Okay, sorry about all the noises in the background. Brian's doing laundry and doing dishes at the same time. So there's noises. Anywho, today is Thanksgiving and this has been something I've been wanting to do for years now. So my Nana has been making this homemade soup for holidays, and as long as I've been vegetarian and vegan, I've been wanting to alter it to make it vegan. Obviously before, when I was vegetarian, I was still eating it, just taking out like the pieces of ham. But now I've been vegan for 6-7 years. Oh my gosh, I'm losing track. And I have been wanting to do this for so long. So today's the day. I know this recipe is not gonna come out in like the video obviously beforehand, but it works out. I'm gonna make it for Christmas too, and hopefully you all will make it as well. It's like a wild rice based soup with like cheese and ham, obviously vegan because I bought the vegan versions, but it's very like filling, very scrumptious, yummy, just it's amazing. So I'm so excited to try this out. So I'm gonna be making the recipe and share with you all the ingredients I used. My kitchen's really small and I filmed in it before, but we're just gonna make do with what I have and see how it goes, and then taste test. So stay tuned, I'm so excited. Also, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Okay, bye. Okay, so this is all the ingredients I got for this recipe. I will list them down below. First, I started by chopping an onion, and if anyone can tell me in the comments how to properly chop an onion, that would be great, because I just feel like there has to be a better way of doing this. And then I started boiling the wild rice, which took, I think, like 30 minutes. I love the texture and flavor of wild rice, and it's also edible raw. So we ever tried making it raw, or I guess soaking it. It's actually really good. So I got that started after I cut up the onions. And now I'm just adding some olive oil into a large pot. So this recipe makes a lot of servings, because that's just what it said in the recipe that I got from my Nana. You can always halves it. You can always change the serving size. But anywho, in a large pot, I put a little bit of olive oil, and then I'm going to start sauteing the onions just so that they're like translucent. You want to make sure you cook them down a bit before adding the butter. And this is just some plant-based butter. Gotta love me some butter. Also, does anyone else stand like this when they cook? The flamingo stance? I've always done it since I was a kid. And then I'm going to start adding some gluten-free baking flour. So I intended to make this recipe gluten-free, but then I forgot that the faux pork, the omni pork, is not gluten-free. So you can omit that easily or find a gluten-free alternative. And I'd love to experiment more with this recipe, but for now, I just had gluten-free flour. So I'm going to start slowly adding that and mixing it into the onions that I have cooking down. And then you're going to start slowly adding the veggie broth, the vegan veggie broth, as you continue to stir. It's going to start thickening up, and that's what you want with the addition of the veggie stock. And then here's the wild rice that finished. It should look like this. I'm just going to let it cool down. I started adding some shredded carrots. I didn't have to buy the bag of shredded carrots. It was just easier for sake of time, basically easier, so I can chop it myself. And then I added the wild rice. I actually made too much rice. It just seemed like it was too much and overpowering for the soup, so I didn't add all of it, basically, but it's totally your preference. This is what it's going to start to look like, again, as the flavors mesh. And then I added some slivered almonds, optional. Gives a nice little crunch, and just, again, it's like a little bit more of a filling dish. This is the Omni pork. First time using it, I did not season it enough, so that was my fault. I didn't know I had to. And I wish I broke it down into smaller pieces. I don't think this was necessary, honestly, to add to the recipe. It didn't really add any flavor. Kind of just bulked it up, but unless I had flavored it more, maybe it would have added, but you don't have to add this, especially if you're doing gluten-free, fully gluten-free. But I just wanted to make it as true to the recipe as my Nana's recipe as I could, you know? So that's why I added it. Then I'm adding coconut milk. And this is what's going to give it that creamy kind of flavor, since I'm not using cream. I tried finding a vegan version of half and half, but I couldn't, so I'm just using coconut milk and coconut cream. And then I'm adding a whole bag of this vegan cheddar cheese. I will suggest adding twice the amount, even maybe 3 times, because I just didn't feel that, like, I didn't get that cheesiness that I wanted, that I remembered in my Nana soup, so I think I just need to add more cheese. But this cheese specifically really melted down great. So yeah, add like 2, maybe even 3 bags if you want to have cheese in it. Okay, I'm gonna pour myself a bowl. So you ready? Okay, let's do a taste test. Okay, so I finished making the soup, and it honestly looks like, wow, it looks and smells like my Nana's. Obviously it's different because it's vegan, and instead of using like cream, I use coconut milk and coconut cream, and I didn't put Velveeta, so I added just like cheddar cheese that melted actually really well, and some Nooch, which is like secret ingredients. So I'm super excited to try it. Oh my gosh. Taste test for the vegan version of my Nana's homemade holiday soup. I don't want to burn myself. Oh my god. Oh my god. Brian, that tastes really good.
Smells really good.
I really hope my Nana's proud. I could probably use a little more pepper and maybe some more cheese, but we made a lot. What am I saying we? I made a lot.
I helped.
So I'm gonna bring this to my family's Thanksgiving today, as well as some faux turkey slices, and yeah, hopefully they like it. So here's to my soup. Okay, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!